What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation as we bring you the best news of the week. And, that whole PlayStation thing that happened yesterday was kind of freaking awesome. Anyway, I'm Jason the X, the people I do this show with over here on that side. That's Rick.
What's a PlayStation? Back in my day, we had a stick and a ball.
Shut up, Grandpa. Down there, that's Cora. With her new animated
Hello.
hair.
I love this hair so much.
And over there, down there in the corner, that's Kat.
I didn't see that it was cut. I just thought it was behind your headphones.
No, she got it.
Yeah.
I think
It's so cute.
I'd like to also point out that I think Kat has been a bad influence on my daughter because her birthday just passed and she wanted blue hair for her birthday. So we delivered.
Good.
You did?
Good.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. What? The school gonna have something to say about it? Were they gonna come here?
I don't know.
Yes.
Why bad influence? Blue hair is beautiful.
Oh, it looks good.
It is.
And she's very happy with it. So
Was it Arctic Fox? Arctic Fox is the best.
yeah, it was one of the ones that you guys
Blue.
recommended to us. And of course I didn't do it because it will be a disaster. So my wife did that. So I bought the stuff though. So anyway,
That stuff isn't cheap.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
I thought about doing mine as well. Just, hey, go ahead and go for it. But, Anyway, what have you guys been doing this week? What have you been doing with yourselves during our continued lockdown procedures and wearing our masks? Wear your mask.
Yes.
I've been playing.
Go ahead.
I've been playing a lot of Paper Mario, actually, because in my just excitement for the 3D All-Stars coming out tomorrow, I found my Nintendo 64. I plugged it back in because my TV actually has the ports for it, and I've just been playing Paper Mario again for the I think 700th time now. My sister is sending me death threats trying to steal it from me.
Nope. What about you, Kat?
Well, I have been indecisively painting my room a lot of colors. I had a look and then I started doing it and then I hated it. So I made a different look and I've done paintings for the wall and working. And then when I'm not working, either playing Overwatch or watching Overwatch League playoffs.
By you, Rick?
I've actually been working on my cosplay for the Lost Boy, Dwayne from the movie The Lost Boys, because I found the jacket and I've been painting all week on it. And I'm actually about, I'll say 65% done on it.
I saw the pictures
that's
from Instagram. You did a pretty good job hand painting that.
Is that leather or vinyl?
It's on polyester.
Okay, then it will stay fine. You want to get
I still gotta find
Scotch
a seal
Guard.
for it.
Use Scotch Guard.
Yeah, that's what I need to go find.
Yeah.
So I make sure because I did something and some of the paint came off with water. I'm like, oh, I need to seal this because that's gonna be important, especially if it rains. Because I'm gonna be wearing this jacket as a fashion statement. Because.
So I decided to go ahead and finish Breath of the Wild because, yes, I still haven't finished that game. I've just been doing everything else in it. And you know how you don't play a game for a long time, you got to remember how to play it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that and kind of got that learning curve back. I still have not finished Breath of the Wild, but I've been doing everything else and riding the country on my motorcycle, feeling bad for all my forgotten horses. I still love that game. It's great and it's still beautiful. I can't wait for the second part of it. Anyway, so we do have some big news this week. Things have been happening and we got to talk about the PlayStation 5 event. So the prices are out there. We know now. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news. So we're going to be kind of quick hitting through the news this week, so through the other stuff. So one of the big ones from this week that we just learned, Disney Plus has announced some things with She-Hulk. We are getting Kat Cora. It's C-O-I-R-O. Coro, sorry. Is going to be directing the series. Writer Jessica Gao is going to be the showrunner for it. But today it was announced that Orphan Black star Tatiana Maslany will be providing the lead role of Jennifer Walters, the She-Hulk, in the series. Now, like I said, you may have known her from she's on Perry Mason on HBO right now. She's been in Stronger, Destroyer, and Pink Wall. She was on Orphan Black. That series ran for 4 years. She did get an Emmy for that as well and a Golden Globe nomination. Now, of course, the question goes, now, granted, great actress. She's going to do a great job at this role, I'm sure. She is about, I looked up her height. She's 5'4", so she's not playing She-Hulk. Clearly, I'm hoping that we're going to get some CGI with some mocap, her face and everything. We made Mark Ruffalo the Hulk. We can make her the She-Hulk. So I'm very happy about this. She's a great actress, and I have a special place in my heart for She-Hulk, and I think she can play that funny edge that I want for She-Hulk. I don't want the raging She-Hulk. I want that smart-ass She-Hulk, okay? The one that cracks jokes and sometimes breaks the fourth wall. So, maybe I won't get that, but I'm hopeful for the best. So, yay for her. Congratulations.
She's so good.
She is.
I was really excited about this. I watched Orphan Black until it became complicated and dragged down in itself. But she played 8 different characters, and she was very convincing at separating them.
All those accents.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed. I'm happy for her. Anybody else before we just move on, or what?
You're telling me some of her accolades before the show, and some of her Emmy wins and Golden Globes and other things. So I'm gonna watch Orphan Black. I'm gonna start Perry Mason, just kind of to see, her acting chops. And I mean, you're all for it. I've seen a lot of other people get real excited about this. So I'm like, all right, I don't know anything about her, but everyone else is excited. So I'm gonna jump on this and say, yeah, you know what? I'm excited for it too. So
I definitely recommend
good for her.
Orphan Black if you want to see her range as an actress.
Yeah, she just one liner about this show. She plays 8 clones.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's very good.
There's a reason that she got that. She well-deserved Emmy. So congratulations to her. I can't wait for the She-Hulk series and whatever else is coming from Disney Plus. Rick, you got any television news that we can just blaze through here?
Yeah. So speaking of streaming, Netflix is losing subscriptions eightfold, according to a research company called Yippee Data. So this comes on the heels of the movie called Cuties, which has caused a lot of controversy and trouble. Because the original poster of Cuties was these tween girls that were in very sexualized positions, and it's just very awkward and weird, and just no, don't do that. So of course, once this came out, the subscription churn rate began on September 10th, the day after Cuties was released on Netflix, and the hashtag cancel Netflix was on top trending on Twitter, according to the data compiled. And then on Saturday, September 12th, so about 3 days later after the Cuties dropped, cancellation rate in the U.S. jumped to nearly 8 times higher than the average daily levels recorded in August of 2020, reaching a multi-year high. So yeah, a lot of people are not very happy with this. Who knows how long this decline is going to keep lasting. So yeah, Netflix has defended Cuties, written and directed by award-winning French filmmaker Maïmouna Doucouré, arguing that it is a social commentary that makes the case about the dangers of sexualized imagery of young girls. The streamer has urged those who have denounced the film to watch it, but I'm not going to, because that's weird. So I mean, if you wanted to look more into what Cuties is all about and all this other stuff, you can go online and do your research on it. I'm not gonna watch it, but a lot of people are not very happy with this, and they're canceling Netflix over it. So that's what's been going on this past week for Netflix. They're losing subscribers eightfold. So
Okay.
there's that.
Sadly, a lot of that is because people have not seen the movie and are canceling just because of they have a perceived bias. Now, granted, the marketing for that show was wrong, and the creator did admit that it was marketed wrong. But it is not what they are making it out to be. Sadly,
Did you watch it?
I watched it. It's
Okay.
I watched it because I was like, there's a lot of opinion out there. I need to get the full facts. And honestly, I mean, yeah, it is not about just throw that poster away. That's not what the movie's about. I don't want to spoil it either. But I think people before they get a perceived bias of this movie should go watch it.
So it's not worse than like Tiny Tots.
I mean, it wasn't good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't think the movie was that good.
Right.
But it wasn't what everybody's making it out to be. And honestly, we've got if this bothers you, then that Honey Boo Boo show should have bothered you as well. Okay?
It does bother me.
No, I mean,
Yeah, it did. I didn't watch
if
that.
if you don't like child pageant stuff, then you should be bothered by I think most of the stuff that's on TLC. So yeah,
I don't watch TLC.
I don't either. But exactly, I don't watch this crap. And if my daughter ever said, "Dad, I want to be in these pageants," I'd be like, "No, no,
No, you'll be into cosplay only.
I'm glad she's not into that. She wants a foam axe. You know, that's her thing. So I think people should go watch it. But
That's my girl.
I don't think people will be. She's been cooped up. Come get your girl. Anyway, chasing me around with this damn thing.
Oh,
Good.
Anyway,
Olin would be very proud.
To learn those skills, though.
I know. I do. Feel like I'm getting.
You gotta teach her how to use a bullet now.
every day. Anyway,
Oh, it's not easy. Good luck. Don't hurt yourself.
Kat, you got anything newsy you want to break down on us?
So without getting like way into it,
Yeah, before we get into the PS5 stuff.
well, no, I'm just saying like we can't like talk about this excessively, but Twitter banned a bunch of people this week for a bunch of stuff, including Kanye West for 12 hours after a bipolar like spree. I'm not being reductive. He's diagnosed bipolar.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
He was manic on Twitter, peeing on Grammys and publishing phone numbers of private individuals. And yeah, he got kicked from Twitter for only like 12 hours. And then Dr. Lee Mang, I'm going to tiptoe around this, for making unsubstantiated claims about the origins of some sickness and whether or not it was made in a lab. Yeah, and Twitter kicked her real quick. I don't know how long she's suspended for, but overall, I've been impressed with Twitter relatively lately. Of the social media networks, it's the one who's like, nope, not on our platform. You can't do that.
I think
It's not factual.
I think a lot of people are pretty much at this point like, where are we going to stand in history about this whole thing? So they're let's make the right choices here, okay? And not spread unsubstantiated crap. So
Meanwhile, the Department of Justice may be building a case against Facebook.
I mean,
Yeah.
not that I'm a big fan of the DOJ right now, but I'm also not a fan of Facebook.
I would rather they be doing that than trying to push through new judges. So,
Well, you know. By the way, make sure you're registered to vote. That's all I got to say.
yes.
The deadline for
History has its eyes on you. Remember that.
For Texas is October 5th. Make sure you're registered. Because we're voting in like
I'm registered, ready to
October
vote. Let's do
15th.
this.
So, all right. Moving on, I got another quick hit on the news. I'm just going to skip the one about Black Widow was pushed back again. So that's just disappointing.
Is that
all the way
official?
around.
Was that official? Official?
Yeah, it's official. So I'm not putting
Okay.
any bank on anything. But on some good news, we did get some major casting in the MCU as Jonathan Majors from Lovecraft Country. If you are not watching that show, go watch it. And also,
Oh, it's so good.
he's on Netflix, The Five Bloods. He has been cast in Ant-Man 3 as Kang the Conqueror. Yes.
Woo!
Now, he's black. We noticed. Get over it. Here's the thing. Kang the Conqueror was a Fantastic Four property. Disney and Marvel were not able to use this because those rights were at Fox. This is the first instance that we've seen of a Fox character actually being put into the MCU. I'm kind of curious why he's in Ant-Man 3, because Kang the Conqueror is, if you don't know anything about him, he is a time-traveling warlord who is super powerful. So I'm kind of questioning him going up against Ant-Man, but
well, you hit it right. You hit it on the nose. He's time traveling.
they are saying it might have something to do with the universe that
Quantum realm.
yeah, the quantum realm. So
Ooh.
yeah.
What
turns out
if?
Kang actually was a distant relative of Reed Richards' father? So
What
Ooh.
if? What if?
if
So we get a surprise team up with Ant-Man and the Fantastic Four.
I mean, there's so much that can happen in that quantum realm.
They have
Exactly.
to introduce. I feel like it would be smart for them to reintroduce the Fantastic Four
Yeah.
in a movie that's not the Fantastic Four. Like,
Yeah.
The fan
So that's-
fantastic.
In a
Okay,
movie
smart.
that's not from Fox.
no, just not their own title property at first. Maybe just slide them in like another movie. Like, oh, by the way, aren't these characters super cool? Don't you want to see them
Just
if
get
we were
like
to
a
release a
name
movie?
drop, like we got in Captain America 2 with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
They just kind of name dropped him on the roof. The Shield agent did, who was
Yeah.
So yeah, this opens up more in the MCU, and I would love to see the Fantastic Four. But yeah, we get a new big bad, and this is honestly like a Thanos level threat. So I'm kind of cool with that. He's a great actor, though. I think he'd be great as the next big evil for the Marvel Universe.
I am done arguing with racist nerds and excusing the and just like he's black. We need more representation. This is awesome.
Oh yeah,
This is awesome. Screw
Yeah.
you guys. Like,
I'd love to see Paul Rudd playing off of his completely serious stone-faced self. You know.
that is an interesting dynamic to picture because Paul Rudd is like the guy who's always trying to feel cool in front of the other superheroes, in front of his kids, and like a big bad is just entertaining to think about him with.
Like, you're Captain America. I know you too. Hey, I know you. You're great.
Yeah.
Rick, I think you had one more, and then we're probably going to start moving into some PlayStation stuff.
Cool. I'm gonna hit these back to back since they're both very kind of intertwined, kind of. So, along with a delay, Wonder Woman 1984 got pushed yet again. This time, it's coming out Christmas Day. So, Patty Jenkins did say, first and foremost, let me say how much Gal and I love our devoted Wonder Woman fans around the world. Your excitement for Wonder Woman 1984 wouldn't make us happier or more eager for you to see the movie, because I know how important it is to bring this movie to you on a big screen when all of us can share the experience together. I'm hopeful you won't mind waiting just a little bit longer. With a new date on Christmas Day, we can't wait to spend the holidays with you. Of course, this original was supposed to come out in June, and then it got pushed to August, and then to October 2nd, and now it's to Christmas. Dang you, darkness. And speaking of the darkness, apparently Batman is over it, because Robert Pattinson has been cleared to don the cape and cowl again, and after his positive test, and they are back in production for the Batman. I believe they started yesterday, back up on it, though it was never really confirmed by either Warner Brothers or by Robert Pattinson himself. There were a lot of high place sources that said it was Robert Pattinson that got sick, but no other thing came out from it. But they have resumed filming for the Batman. And that is still set for October of next year. So, yeah.
I just hope like that the games industry is kind of watching the film industry right now, because like people are cool generally. Just let us know what's going on. That's the big takeaway so far. Is like
Yeah.
we get it. We're all in this together. I think it was important to see Wonder Woman, the original, on a big screen. Like there was this epidemic where women were crying in theaters, like, and they were like, why women not known to cry at movies? And it was just seeing like a badass like warrior woman as the hero was a big deal to us.
Also,
And
it was a badass movie. Sorry. It was,
I look forward to seeing the next one. I love Patty Jenkins' storytelling ability. I love Gal Gadot in this role. I'm excited. I'll pay the money and go see it when it's safe.
yeah, I mean, I should have already by now had Black Widow on DVD
What's a
Yeah.
DVD?
or whatever, a digital copy. It's sad because all of the figures that they released,
Physical media rules.
all the figures they released along with Wonder Woman and Black Widow, like that merchandise, is now in the discount section.
Oh,
Damn it! Yeah, I'm kind of PO'd about that. So
yeah.
that's supposed to go along with the film, but you know, I bought mine, so I'm all good. Anyway, so there was a big event yesterday. Now Xbox already came out with their systems and prices.
X who? X who?
Whatever. I'm probably going to end up getting an Xbox with my financial windfall that I'm looking for. I'll tell
X what?
But the PlayStation 5 did reveal its two systems. They're coming out with the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition and the Disc Edition. The Disc Edition will cost you $499. Let's just say $500. The Digital Edition will only cost you $400. Of course, have no disc drives. So now that was the announcement for the system, and also it is going on. It is up for pre-order right now, although you probably ain't gonna find any that are still open. It is coming out November 12th,
Woohoo!
2 days after the Xbox, which is interesting. I honestly wanted to see these come out the same day. I want the chaos, but
There's already going to be chaos.
here's the thing. Is it going to just be sad when there are Xboxes sitting on the shelf, plentiful?
No. You know what's gonna happen? Someone's gonna get an Xbox and use that as the stand to put the PlayStation on top.
No, but we saw this one. We saw this when Xbox launched, and PlayStation was the one that was still in the stores. So it's a give and turn. It's a give and take. It's
Yeah.
happening again. So I think it's
I
going
love
to be pretty
console
sad though
wars.
to see. And I don't think the Xbox will be selling. Their flagship game is not ready for launch date. Damn,
Nope.
that sucks.
I think parents will buy it. Like that's
Yeah.
what I think. If they can't get that one, they'll get the other one.
I mean, specs, we're not going to get into specs and everything. I mean, we're going to get into the specs of the PS5, but we've already talked about the Xbox one. But along with their event, they wanted to show just a couple of more games that were coming out for the PS5. And boy, they hit it strong and hit it fast. Core, please tell me what they showed.
Well, for starters, and this is how I actually knew there was a showcase happening, was someone sent me the trailer for this, which is Final Fantasy 16. So we'll be getting a new game in the Final Fantasy franchise, as like in terms of standalone games. It is a return to a more classic fantasy setting. So not there. It doesn't seem like there's any tech at all. There may be some, but was not shown in the trailer.
Which I am running alongside while you speak, just to let you know.
God. Also, just take a minute to appreciate Shiva whenever she pops up, or if she already has, because
Not yet, but go ahead.
oh, my wife is so beautiful. But
Congratulations! It's quite a catch.
I love her. But, for this game, we have Naoki Yoshida, or more commonly known as Yoshi P, as producer. He is, of course, the director and producer for Final Fantasy XIV. We have director Hiroshi Takai, who is also a veteran in various departments for the Final Fantasy franchise. He also was assistant director for the patch of Stormblood. We have the writers from the patch Heaven for the 14 patch Heaven's Ward on the team, and this is the one that Jason about lost his mind over. Ryota Suzuki of Devil May Cry 5 fame will be doing the combat design. So there's a lot of big names on this. Obviously, a lot of it is from Final Fantasy 14. They did reach out to the development team and ask them to work on this specifically. And honestly, I think that was a good idea considering what they wanted and what they will be getting, because like with Heaven's Ward, it was a more classic fantasy story. There wasn't a lot of tech used. Most of the stuff focused on, knights and dragons and monsters and adventure and heresy, which was really fun, honestly. And from this trailer, it looks like that's what we're getting. Obviously, we don't know everything from this. It was literally just a trailer. Twitter, stop critiquing it badly.
Yeah, this game's
Twitter.
not coming out until 2021, so...
Well, no, that's the thing. Our next big announcement for it is in 2021.
Ooh.
We don't know much more about it. I do want to point out something funny, though. 10 years ago, Yoshi P mentioned that he would like, when they asked him what he would like to see from Final Fantasy, he mentioned that he would love to see a return to the classic fantasy aspect of it.
Yay.
Kind of like what was popular in the classic Final Fantasy games. A few years ago, people were asking if the rumors were true that he was a part of this, and he said he had no hand in this in any way, shape, or form. And now we know that he sits on a throne of lies, like we've always known, since he's producing the game.
They got a lot of history on this production team, like a lot of Final Fantasy history, a lot of Japanese RPG design history. I have confidence it'll be a good game.
I do want to talk about one of the theories that people have pointed out, just because it seems really coincidental. A couple of the designs look like they are from, I believe it is Final Fantasy Tactics. And that has a lot of ties to the lost city of Ivalice, which is in, I believe, 12. If I'm remembering my numbers correctly.
I think that's right.
So everyone is kind of hoping, and myself included, that maybe this is the lost city of Ivalice and how it was destroyed. That would be really cool. But again, we won't have any information until March of 2021.
We've got a ways to go here. As Cora said, screams in Final Fantasy, which was the best responses I saw all day. I mean, when they were showing games, I didn't see this one coming. Talk about just like a left hook from nowhere. I actually went, oh, like I made a noise. I don't know what the noise was, but I am so ready for another Final Fantasy game, especially a classic Final Fantasy game.
Yes, a classic Final Fantasy with modern graphics.
So,
ooh.
I guess
also for people.
I guess I better do what my wife said and drop them pants if I want a PS5. So
Hashtag bring Kefka back.
Oh my god.
All right, so another game that because we got a couple of games to cover here. So another one they showed, which I was excited about, that is going to be available at launch, if I can just get my dang screen together here, is the Spider-Man Miles Morales game. And
yo, that looks dope.
This looked absolutely fantastic. I loved the Spider-Man game. I played 100% of that game. My completion bar is 100% of that game. So when they announced Miles Morales, especially the way the other game ended, I was so happy to hear this. Now, I was afraid, we're going to get a clone of the Spider-Man game, and I was still going to play it because it was Miles. It didn't matter to me. This gameplay trailer they showed, I want to say this looks better than Spider-Man did. And I love that game. Of course, you are using new abilities because Miles, on top of having well, not as much strength as Peter because he's a younger guy. He hasn't gotten all of that. He has his electro powers, his spider sting, and he can also cloak into the background
Environment.
and hide himself. So you get to actually see that in live combat. But the swinging over the bridge stuff they were doing, when he was pulling the bridge together, rescuing the people, this looked so good. I don't know what is the deal where he's become the more prominent Spider-Man. And I don't care because I'm still going to play this game. I really hope to get more interactions between him and Peter during the game. I'm just kind of skipping ahead here to the actual combat on the bridge.
Gameplay.
And this is
There it
gameplay.
is.
This isn't trailer. This is gameplay. So
Well, the
Drinking
thing
it.
the thing to remember is this is also cinematic gameplay, so there may still be some differences.
Oh, which-
Not much.
yeah, which we
like
saw in Spider-Man 2. So, you know.
yeah. Just temper expectations to not be at 100% what you see.
Well, and also, but like I said, I'm basing everything off of that Spider-Man game I played. And if it's, 70% as good as that game was, we good, homie. We good.
Fair enough.
I'm glad this is going to be available for launch, too. I kind of want to go back and play through Spider-Man again just to kind of see, because the graphics certainly look way better on this
Yeah.
PS5 version than it looked on than my PlayStation 4 sitting over here. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful trailer. And I love watching this thing over and over again. I swear I've watched this
I'm
like
excited.
5 times at least.
I'm excited to have the Tinkerer as the bad guy, and I'm wondering, okay, if he's one of the bad guys, who's some of the other ones? Because I know Miles and Parker share a lot of villains because it's all in New York. I'm just wondering what other villains are we going to see that we maybe haven't seen before
I mean,
that are coming in for this game.
Spider-Man has a rich rogues gallery. I'm not worried about who they're going to get for this. I'm pretty sure that they're going to pull people. Oh my God, that shocking everybody up into the air move that he just did. Woo!
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. I'm so ready for this game. But
I like the tug of war with the spider webs a lot. That looks super cool. And to Cora's point, the cinematic gameplay typically means like zooming in and out and showing different angles than would be convenient for you as a player. So those are probably the big, like they do these 360 shots, but if you were controlling him, that wouldn't be like convenient.
no, you would never do that. You'd never be moving the camera that much.
But it looks good.
Also, like how he just blinked out like right in front of him, and they still couldn't find him. Like seriously, just kind of guess where he was. But whatever. I do like that Miles is as quippy as Peter. So I want those jokes too.
I've never liked Peter Parker. Like I've never, and I know sacrilege, but whatever. He's a poser of a photographer.
Oh,
And
Hey,
that's a big problem for me. He's the only like photographer, except like there's photojournalism with like Clark Kent and stuff, but there's not a lot of photography representation. So the fact that he never, ever, ever, ever tries to take cool pictures with his abilities of the skyline or anything that's not just straight up tabloid photojournalism is disturbing to me. I love Miles.
you gotta make J. Jonah Jameson happy enough to actually give you maybe $50. So I get that.
Yeah.
Plus Spider-Man, him taking pictures of himself and selling them is original OnlyFans. So you know what? Good for him.
I'm not mad at him for making that
I
money.
just want to throw that joke in there. That was it.
Like, you got to make that money. But, like, if you're the only mark of a true photographer is somebody who takes pictures, somebody who's compelled to take pictures, and it bothers me that he doesn't have that. Anyway, I love Miles. He's young, he's quippy, he's got that cool, like, Shadow of Mordor, like, cloaking thing. I think it's going to be awesome.
So, yeah, available at launch. Can't wait for this game. This is probably the one I'm going to get at first when I do get the PlayStation 5. I say that, but it'll probably be the one that I can. This will be the one I'll fight over. I'll throw some
It's
hands
coming
over.
to PS4. It was announced as well.
Okay, but I'm probably gonna want to play it on my brand new PS5
Well, yeah,
after
obviously,
the
but
sacrifices I'm going to make to get one. So
Miles Morales, Sackboy, and Horizon Forbidden West were all announced, confirmed coming to PS4 as well as PS5. I'm not saying don't get a PS5 because
oh, I'm
I freaking want a PS5, but
my son is
They
already
will
my
be
son is already. So what you gonna do with your PS4, Dad? None of your business.
that's Cass. She's like, "Can I move the PS4 in my room when you get a PS5?" I'm like, no. PS4 will be in my room. PS5 will be in the living room.
Oh,
She's
Oh,
got an Xbox. Like we have
okay. So,
our own
so she needs a
consoles.
game console.
She has an Xbox. We need a
She didn't catch my
PS5.
dig. Anyway,
She needs a real one. I agree.
let's
Even a
move
PS2 would be better.
on. Rick, you want to cover the next game that was announced? I know it's one that you're excited about.
I am excited for this, despite she who must not be named, because damn you. They released. I did not see this coming. I was real excited with the Harry Potter Wizards Unite game for my phone, but the fact now that I can be a wizard in the late 1800s and go to Hogwarts and be sorted and learn magic and potions and become a student, and then this is an open world Harry Potter game. Or Wizarding World game. It's a Wizarding World. It's not even Harry Potter because this is way before Harry Potter's even born, by at least 100 years. So yesterday during the thing, they announced Hogwarts Legacy. You got the trailer playing.
I'm
I've got
looking
the.
for it actually.
Okay.
Just keep going. I got you.
Okay. So they announced it's called Hogwarts Legacy. It's a Harry Potter open world game that's going to come out next year, so not at launch, across all the major platforms. But of course, it is Sony that announced it because it's going to look much better on the Sony PlayStation 5. It is developed by Disney's Infinite developer Avalanche Software. It is set in the 1800s at the iconic Hogwarts from the book series, but it's given in time period that will not be involving of course, Harry Potter and all the other characters. Instead, from the trailer, you kind of get that you will kind of create your own character and engage in all manner of Wizard and Witch related activities. In the press release, Warner Bros. Described the game as an open world, single player action role playing game set in the 1800s Wizarding world, where players will experience life as a student at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry like never before, as they live the unwritten and embark on a dangerous journey to uncover a hidden truth of the Wizarding world. The release says players will grow their magical abilities by mastering spells, brewing potions, and taming fantastic beasts, which we got to see some of those beasts in the trailer, and they look amazing. Adding to the game will include familiar locations like the Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade Village. So apparently there was a leak about this game back in 2018, but it passed right under my nose because I don't remember this at all. But the game, like I said, will come out sometime in 2021 for the PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Series S. It's being published and overseen by Warner Brothers Portkey Games, and yeah. I'm excited for this game because I'm gonna go back to see it. Yeah, look at this. Like, it looks beautiful. The fact that I get to explore Hogwarts. I hope they go real good into look at the Great Hall. It looks so awesome. I'm just excited for this. Like, I've been into Harry Potter since 2001 when the first movie came out. Read all the books. Despite
Everything
her
that's going on
views.
now.
Yeah, Harry Potter and this franchise belongs to the fans.
I'll give you that.
And yes, she'll probably profit off of this because it is her creation. And yeah, that part sucks, but I'm not gonna let that solely ruin Harry Potter for me because this franchise is bigger than her at this point.
Is this game a little late to come out?
so-
Like it didn't come out at the height of the franchise. But still, there are people
I
out
don't
there that
think
want to.
so,
They want their
'cause-
wizard fantasy world to live in and do stuff. I understand that.
But I think at this level, I don't know, because with the Fantastic Beasts movie the Fantastic Beasts movies that have come out, and I don't know, I think this is a good time for it to come out. I don't know. I'm excited for this.
That's okay.
Just seeing like everything that's going on in the trailer right here. Like, oh, look at the battles. Like, just and the dragon. It just, I'm excited for this. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as this game comes out, I'm buying it.
Well, I mean,
It looks really pretty. It's not my thing. Like we were talking about pre-show The Office and how most people either love it or hate it. There's a lot of people like that with Harry Potter. I thought it was good. That was it. Like I was just kind of lukewarm on it. It won't be a priority for me, but it might be a good game. So maybe down the line.
I mean, there is a fan base for this game. I understand that. It's not my.
Oh yeah.
I've never been a big Wizard Harry Potter fan, so no big deal.
Yeah, I get that from D&D.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire, Harry?
No, I haven't even watched all the movies, so
That's okay, as long as you read the books.
No. But anyway, it does look good. I mean, this is just a cinematic trailer, so
Yeah.
I do like the create a character and live out your fantasy aspect of it. Make me a Gundam game like that. I'll be happy. And is there anyone that you want to take next, Kat?
Maybe there might be one.
I got you.
My head was exploding. So if you know anything about me
And we do.
and my gaming, God of War is my whole thing. God of War and Overwatch. Like, hang on. You see that Omega symbol up there? I hand painted that. I hand painted all those. Actually, very proud of them.
There it is.
That's the God of War symbol. Like, they're all video games that Cass and I love. Isn't that cute? Anyway, so it wasn't nearly enough, but a teaser trailer for God of War Ragnarok to supposedly be launched in 2021 came out, and I didn't know if they were going to go straight to Ragnarok after this. If you look at like the mythology behind how they created it, then Ragnarok is the next big event, but I thought they might not even get there for another game. Kratos' life is not going to get better. Like, he's not getting that peaceful ending. He's not getting, honestly, stuff is going to go haywire with his son. I can't wait. It's going to be so much pain, and it's going to be hard, and there's going to be really tough bosses, and
Boy.
yeah, and his son's going to make him very sad, probably.
I still got chills off of this, and I was losing my mind because at least we know now it's coming. It is coming, and woo, boy, I'm excited. I know it's probably 2 years away too, and I'm still excited. I don't care.
It says 2021, but like the director Corey Daggett, I think, he's not releasing a game that's not ready to go.
No,
he's not going to. He didn't on the last one.
it'll be like December 2021.
I think holiday of next year. We'll wait right about a year for it.
And I'm willing to wait. I have plenty of other things to work through on PS5.
I mean, I'm so excited. I want to have my before the launch, the goal is to have my Valkyrie cosplay complete, and that thing is the biggest undertaking ever. It's like a 15-foot wingspan on those things. But
we're gonna have to
that's the
rent a
goal.
truck to take you to cons.
It's gonna be the most elaborate, but you know how I like to make it kind of easy in the moment if possible. So you know what I mean? It's not gonna be too heavy. It's not gonna be uncomfortable shoes. Like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right. And you better believe those things will have like a reveal where they pop out.
Just cat in the back.
All right, guys, let's go to the parking lot, get the video camera ready. Now we can take the video.
Cat in a box truck, just holding on to straps while we're going to a car.
Oh no, that's not me. They will fold in and they will probably not get put on until we actually arrive at a con because
We'll strap them to the roof.
We'll be assembling her like a Lego set in the parking lot.
yeah, it'll be strapped to the roof, feathers all like in the wind
looking like a
as we
NASCAR
go.
pit crew trying to get her.
Well, that's not hard enough. Cass wants me to make her a pair of wings next because she has one. She wants to cosplay. I want to cosplay the glowy one, Hildur from the Niflheim. She's blue and glowy and beautiful. Anyway, we'll see.
So I'm gonna call it right now. His son dies.
Well, I mean,
His-
Ragnarok, so
His son has bigger things to do than die.
either way,
I'm gonna call it. He's lost everything before. He'll do it again. It's gonna happen again.
Oh yeah, his son is going to do something worse than dying. That's what I think.
so we did get some other
Yeah,
announcements.
it's gonna be rough.
We did get some other announcements. Resident Evil Village, which looks terrifying, and I love.
I've been
Resident Evil
impressed
games.
with the game design that they've showed so far. It looks cool.
I love how they've hidden the game's number in the village.
Like, why? It's 8. We know it's 8.
I know. I still appreciate it. But this is all cinematic. I'm still not seeing any gameplay. What's the deal, Capcom? Because this is not
I've
going to...
never played any of these games.
You never played a Resident Evil game?
Nope.
Do you
I've only
like
saw the
being
movie.
scared?
So what?
Do you like having jump scares and crap?
I mean, I've seen some gameplay, and I'm just like, eh.
I mean, it looks good. I like that we're going towards like some old mountain village, and the environment is something that is a standout among Resident Evil games. So I think they're really knocking it out of the park doing this. Of course, this one's not going to be available at launch. I believe it is also a 2021 game. So still nothing. So yeah, initial release date is going to be 2021. This is coming from Tsuyoshi Kanda and Peter Fabiano are developing the game. It is a direct sequel to Resident Evil 6 though. So
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
yeah. Just like this was it's going to be on the same RE engine. So get ready for that. Development on this game though, this has been going since 2017.
Ooh.
I was surprised.
Dang.
They've been working on
I was
this.
like, wait a minute. I mean, these days we're seeing more and more games. We're like, how big is this game? Well, I think this is what we're going to ask that same damn question on. So we're talking about 4 years of development. It better be good.
Yeah.
And also, there's
Wait,
that
what's this
creepy
trailer?
doll scene. I don't know what that all was, but
Oh.
anyway, the zombies in this game look like more like monsters, not so much creepy coming at you zombies. Which I mean, Resident Evil does have its fair share of monsters, so I'm excited for it. Looks good. Definitely gonna make my list when it comes out in 2021.
Yep.
Anything else y'all wanted to get off of this PlayStation 5 event? Kat, I know you had something, right?
Okay, so this is kind of not about the PlayStation 5 and it kind of is. So Xbox announced that I'm trying to find the article, that their Series S or whatever, what's their small one?
Yeah,
Series
Series
S.
S.
That those games would be 30% smaller than they were in the disc editions of the same game.
Really?
Honestly, that's concerning to me. Somebody who is potentially looking at getting the digital edition, of the PS5, I don't want to think that I'm missing out on content or graphics or anything because of the capabilities of one versus the other. Now, developers, unlike software developers and computer OS developers, iOS developers, they don't cut nearly the amount of extra fat that they could from their DLC, from their... Yeah, they're just like, anyway, we're just going to install the new game right on top of the old game. We don't care. Like, Overwatch, at one point, you had to download like 130 gig patch for it or something. Insane. It was a 30 gig patch.
I don't ever want to reinstall Overwatch. It's just going to live on my PlayStation for the rest of it until it comes out.
The whole game, like if you downloaded it new, was like 35 gigs. But if you patched it out, it was like a 37 gig patch on top of the original install. So it may be the same kind of thing here, but it's got me concerned about the PS5. I don't mind digital only downloads. I really don't. But like, I'm always the person who gets the new phone based on the technological capabilities and not the new cosmetic design, unless it's smaller. I don't like big phones, but like it's, I'm concerned about that. Also, to really take the maximum advantage of the SSD, you're going to see that most in loading screens for like disc games. Like God of War takes me forever to load up sometimes.
And speaking of specifications, though, on the PS5, we did get some hardware specs on it. We are looking at the CPU is going to be 8x86 64 AMD Ryzen 2 cores with 16 threads. Frequency is going to be about 3.5 gigahertz. This is, all the meat and potatoes of this thing. So sorry if this bores you. The GPU is going to be an AMD Radeon RDNA 2-based graphics engine. Of course, hardware acceleration for ray tracing. The GPU is going to be 36 compute units at a variable frequency up to 2.223 gigahertz. I should just post this compared to your PS4, and you'll see that it blows it away. Memory is going to be 16 gigabytes. The memory bandwidth is going to be 448 gigabytes. Internal storage will be 825 gigabytes. Why is this not a terabyte? Just why isn't it a terabyte?
Maybe it is a terabyte and the OS takes up that much.
Maybe so.
Although they wouldn't release it like that, probably.
You will be expandable. However, the expandable is NVMe SSD expansion bays. So you are not going to be able to just get a regular drive off of the shelf and plug it in. You are going to actually have to go get a new piece of hardware. I do not like that. I like my little 2 terabyte drive I have next to my PS4. But anyway, external storage, you will... Oh, I'm sorry. It does support a USB hard drive for external storage. So, okay. So you can expand it internally or you can get the external storage.
USB 3.0?
Probably. I'll get a 3.0 cable. I don't care. Optical drive will be a 4K Ultra Blu-ray. Video HDMI 2.1 support for 4K TVs. And audio, a Tempest 3D audio tech. Whoo, boy. The audio capabilities...
Powerful machine.
The audio capabilities on this thing are going to be outstanding. Like, I think I need a sound bar. Just because I want to fully experience. But also, I don't want zombies when I'm playing PS5 to terrify me and make me run out. I've only jumped on one game. Also, there was a new Five Nights at Freddy's game that was announced.
We better do a live stream of that.
I'm gonna get it just to do a live stream of it. Just because the last time I did a Five Nights at Freddy game, I actually did jump during the playing of it. So,
okay, I'm gonna say again that I told y'all to get the first one so that you could learn the mechanics, and y'all ignored me and got the fourth one. And had the one with the most difficult mechanics. Although, honestly, that that was just so delicious that every single one of you were dismissive. Oh, it's not that scary. It's not that bad. And then I watched the stream and y'all were just screaming.
I like my wife actually was like, "You're in here screaming like a bitch over this game," while I was editing the video, and I got to the part that I screamed on, and she jumped. And I was like, "Oh, really?" So, but anyway, the PS5 coming out November 12th. I hope y'all are ready. We got less than 60 days. If you don't have pre-orders in for this, good luck. But honestly, I wouldn't. That's the other thing I was going to cover. Now, when the PS4 came out, there were 1 million units that were immediately available for sale. Sony has now announced there will be more units available. It was originally announced that they would only have like 500,000 units available. Like they were going to go low, and we actually covered it on the show, that there was not going to be a lot of units available. They have since gone back on that, and there will be more units available on launch day. So there were 1 million PS4s that were sold on day one in the US. All those units sold out. There will be more than 1 million available of the PS5 on launch day, and they are expecting to have at least 2.1 million available within the first 2 weeks. So, guys, if you don't get it on launch day, do not pay some stupid scalper some ridiculous price for it. They're coming. They will be available. We're just probably going to have to be patient, and yeah. And also, he did explain, this is coming from, Sony CEO Jim Ryan, by the way. He did explain the ongoing pandemic will not affect the distribution of it. They have already thought that out. They will be getting the units out in enough time. So, yeah, just be patient. Wait for it. I know there have been rumors about factory close. Well, they did have to close some factories. But and there I think there was a rumor they cut production by like so many million units. They denied that. The pre-orders are open. Good luck. But I checked before this broadcast. I checked Best Buy, Amazon, GameStop, GameStop Digital,
Target.
Walmart, Target, and Sam's Club, all sold out. All of them. All editions, by the way. So digital or hard edition, all sold out. So be patient. If you're going to try to get it on launch day, good luck. I'm not even going to try, I don't think.
I will give you guys a tidbit. And yes, this is self-promotion kind of.
Is Nebraska Furniture Mart getting them?
Yes, we actually sell video games and consoles. And here's the thing. If you go on nfm.com, you can sign up to get alerts when pre-orders are launched for NFM. You can get an email and a text when they say, hey, they're set up for pre-order. Go. I signed up for both. Just because I work there, I don't get an advantage. I've signed up for the text and for the email. So as soon as that's ready, I'm pre-ordering mine at work. So nfm.com, sign up for those texts and email alerts. If you haven't pre-ordered, there's another chance. We were one of the last stores in DFW to have Switches because no one knows that we actually carry video games and video systems.
Well, I'm going to hope for the best, and if I don't get it on the first day, no big deal. No biggie.
I mean, we're going to have to save up, Cass and I, for a few weeks anyway, probably. So, you know.
I was going to have an issue getting it, but a financial thing, I have to tell you all about it offline. Yeah. Speaking of gaming, we're going to have to stream some more gaming. We had a lot of fun playing Fall Guys.
It was so fun.
You know, Nate has gotten 3 crowns since we played, that bastard.
Really?
Yeah. He just sent me a text. I got another crown. So, yeah. We're going to have to play something on the channel. It was a lot of fun. I know I want to play Untitled Goose Game, 2-player with Cora eventually. But, we got some positive feedback on that. And, I'd like to do a little bit more family night streaming or gameplay or something. So
it was nice. It was a cozy little stream to do, and I didn't qualify for most of the rounds, but it was still fun to watch.
I think I
love that stupid game.
Yeah, there's also a video on the channel. Something that we said on the stream when we joked about me going to Nate's house at 6:00 in the morning to get an action figure? Well, I did. So
Did you really?
check out I put
Yeah,
the
he
video
did.
on the channel. Please go check out. I guess shit that Jason thinks is funny to do at 5 o'clock in the morning. So
Is that what your prank was? I played it, but I was falling asleep.
oh, wow, I'm hurt by that. Yeah, the
You
look
should
on
be honored. I played it.
the look on Nate's face when he walked out of his apartment, and I'm sitting there in a lawn chair with a cup of coffee, waiting on him.
It's great.
It was worth it. It was worth losing out on that sleep. So go check out that video on the channel, and we're gonna be doing some more streaming on the channel. Anyway, guys, that has been our show. Thank you for joining us for what?
Nintendo Direct.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Nintendo Direct stuff. I totally.
Yep.
I'm
It's
sorry.
it's okay. It'll be really quick.
Go right ahead.
Nintendo had a partner direct today. It was basically just some games that are coming out for release. I didn't write down all of them, but I wrote down the ones that I know that people or that our viewers would like, and also our cast would like. Monster Hunter will be getting a new game in the series called Monster Hunter Rise. This one is an Asian themed Monster Hunter, and it will be out on. It looks so good. It will be out March 26th of 2021. And of course, obviously, these dates are subject to change due to the darkness. We'll be getting a new game in the DS series for Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. That will be out in the summer of 2021. We have Ori and the Will of the Wisps is now out on the Nintendo Switch. Like right now, you can go download it right after the stream.
It's so beautiful.
In addition to that, there are pre-orders are now open for the collector's edition for Ori, so you can get both games, Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps, along with other collectibles such as postcards and posters and other artwork. The Long Dark is also out today. It is a survival game set in the Canadian wilderness in the winter. It looks so good. I can't play it because it has a lot of horror elements in it, but it looks so good. I'm going to be watching streams of it. And this is the one I was the most excited for, and I actually maybe jumped out of my chair. Hades, from the creators of Transistor, is now out on the Nintendo Switch. You follow the tale of Zagreus, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, the son of Hades, as he tries to escape the underworld. And you fight various monsters and gods along the way, including Zeus.
Now, most of these are ports that are coming to our Switch, right?
Yes, some of these are ports that are coming to the Switch, like Hades, I believe.
Yeah, because
and Ori and everything.
2018. I missed out.
Yeah.
On that one.
I'm just really excited because now I can play the really pretty game on my Switch everywhere I go. Get excited about that. But yeah, that's basically it. There were a couple of other games that were coming out, but they were like PGA Golf.
I mean, people like that game.
Yeah.
There's people that buy Madden every year.
That's true. That will be coming out. That'll be coming out next year. There was I cannot remember the name of it, but you basically play a 1920s songstress and performer who also runs a black market gang.
As a Nintendo owner, I do want to see more from Nintendo, but it almost seems like they're kind of slacking off a bit. I mean, we're getting a lot of good ports that I wanted, like Ghostbusters and Onimusha. Yeah. I mean, I'm loving those games coming to my Switch.
Now, to be fair, this was a partner direct, so this is literally games from their partners and other companies they partner with that put games on their system. So this was not like a full-on direct.
Yeah, okay.
So for the next full-on direct, we'll probably get more games and more information from Nintendo itself. But since this was like a little mini partner direct that just kind of popped up on my YouTube feed today.
If the next Nintendo Direct does not have anything on Metroid, I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay.
See how you are with Metroid? Breath of the Wild 2.
But see, I know Breath of the Wild 2 is coming. Okay.
Oh.
Give me Metroid. Okay.
Jason needs some hope right now.
I need to blast aliens in a suit of armor with a gun.
He needs his fix.
Nintendo just kind of quietly announced that they have ceased production on the DS. Just as a
they
by
did.
the by.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were still making them.
It's the 2DS, not the 3DS. The 2DS they have ceased production on, which, okay.
Yeah, it's fair. It's like an 6-year-old or something.
I mean, yeah, I was kind of like you, like y'all were still making those. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess stop now. No, it's 3DS.
Oh, it was the 3DS. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that kind of hits a little bit closer to home. I bought the 3DSs were my kids' first systems that I got them. So.
Aww.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they may have a back stock. I don't know.
Well,
They
they have
not
Switches
making
now,
new
so I don't
ones.
think they care. So
Yeah.
Well, we've seen the best from Xbox and Sony. Nintendo, put it in my veins, please. I need more. I need some screens from Breath of the Wild 2. Anyway. All right, well, that has been our show this time. Sorry about that, Cora. Please forgive me. Anyway, we will see you guys next week. We're going to do a little bit of streaming. Just watch for the social media pages when we're going to be streaming some gameplay. And, yeah, if you want to like this video, subscribe. But also, if you want to follow us personally, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX. Rick?
You can find me on Instagram under NerdyRick89. I'm doing the 366-day challenge. Today was day 260. We are 106 days away from ending this horrible, horrible hell of a year. Last picture I took was my cosplay progress, so you can go on there. And a quick update on my friend's cat that I talked about a couple weeks ago named Zeke. He is fine. He just needs to be stress-free and everything, but he's healthy. He's fine. They shaved his belly so they could do the tests. So he's missing a big patch of fur, but he is fine. So yes, yay. Thank you all for the thoughts and prayers for Zeke. And oh my God, it's the demo god. It's Le Champion, Chris Jericho.
How I know that guy?
Cora, where can they find you?
All right, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter for artwork at Corodono Art. I just posted some sketches for some druidic elemental type characters.
Yes, you did.
Please
I
let me know
saw
which
that.
one you like best so I know which ones to draw more of and maybe do full-on pictures of.
I saw that
Or
one today.
if you
I liked it.
If you also want to follow me for Final Fantasy 14 related stuff, hype about Final Fantasy 16, and screenshots, you can follow me on Twitter at chaotic_noodle.
Cat.
Sometimes you can find me on Instagram at BetterCat. I haven't been great about posting lately. Or on Twitter, you can find me if you're an Overwatch League or esports fan at Doa, DOA Drawings, making cartoon comics of ridiculous things that casters say.
All right. Well, that's been our show. Guys, follow us at SCNS Live on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.com/SCNS Live. So that's been our show. And as we always say around here, keep on nerding. We'll see you next week.
Keep on nerding.
Remember to nerd and keep it
And
up.
vote. And
vote.
And vote.
I still believe.
What the